Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man, and it's time to do another soap. And good grief, what a mess! Well, look at all this mess. I got a mess and a half to clean up, but real truth is, I had to go ahead and make this one off camera without you. I tried to do it on camera, and it was taking way too long. It actually took me over an hour to pour this soap. It requires an extremely thick trace, extremely super pudding thick trace. And I soaked warm. I have a lot of hard oils in this. I'll post the recipe. I stick blended to daylights out of it. Some of it thick and fine, some of it didn't. Some of it I had to put in the refrigerator and wait to get to a thick trace. So what am I doing? I'm doing one I saw on SoapQueen.com. I've wanted to do it for a long time. It's called Alpine Adventures. I'm going to try and see if you can see it on the computer screen here. Hopefully you can. I don't know if you can or not. Go to SoapQueen.com. Click on Cold Process Soap, sort of in the middle left, and go down to page 3 and it'll come up. This is what it looks like. So it's supposed to look sort of like a mountain, the Swiss Alps range, okay? If you see the green at the bottom, if you can see this, you've got like a green, green, green. That required 3 containers. The gray mountain required one, the blue sky required another one, and then the white on the top required another one. And they all had to be a thick tray, so I actually had to make myself notes here, just so I did not mess it up. 6 containers, so like, I first of all got my soap emulsified, like always, just a light emulsification. And this first container A, I had to make a note to put 400 milliliters. That's milliliters by volume. I ended up pouring it into a container that measured milliliters and then poured it into these. So 400 milliliters, 300 milliliters, 200 milliliters, 350 milliliters, 400 milliliters, and 400 milliliters. And I did have quite a good bit extra, but that's why I always have my muffin mold, because I have 3 good soaps there. And these don't look pretty, but they're great in the shower because they're great to hold on to, and all that soap won't go to waste. So of the 3 green containers, why 3 different ones? Well, the first one gets sort of the mountain down on the side. The second gets like the top of it covering the grass, and the third is darker, which is another mountain range up the side. So this first one, I had 1/2 teaspoon of dispersed green and 1/4 teaspoon yellow. The second, I had 1/2 teaspoon green, 1/4 teaspoon yellow, plus the calendula leaves. And the third one, I had 1 teaspoon green. Now this is how I did it. I'm going to use another mold here and kind of show you. I don't use this mold anymore because actually it's a food mold and it does not hold up well. It bends on the side, but I have it for demonstration. So I took a lid here from another mold, put this on the side. I poured the first green in here, so it kind of poured at an angle like that. Had to let it thicken up, that's what took so long. Then I took this one on the top, poured it over top of that, which is the grass on top. Then I set it flat and poured this dark green one over here for another mountain range. And this dark green one's the one that really took forever to thicken up. I had it in the fridge waiting and waiting and waiting. It's why it took so long to get this thickened up. So once I had the green in there, this is the mountain range. I had to get it super, super thick. So I poured it sort of like a V in the center to look like the mountain range. And once I got it textured, then I poured the blue around that. And then I poured the white on top of that for the clouds. Now the one on Soap Queen, she actually, she piped these in, put them in piping bags and squeezed them, and that probably helped get it thick. I've never done piping before. I haven't tried that yet. Wasn't ready to try it this time. The reason I'm telling you this, showing you this, I couldn't videotape it obviously. I think the soap's going to look fine. We can take a peek at it here. It's nice and warm. It's gone through a nice gel phase. Well, of course, all we're going to see is the top. I'm just going to quickly show you. We can just see the nice white top. And it's nice and warm, so it's going to be a nice gel phase. Mold's completely full. Putting it together, it looked pretty much like what it did on the internet, so I think it's going to look pretty much just like it does on the picture here. Wish I could get you a better view of that. Now I just lost it. Well, anyway. And I think I just lost connection over here in the corner. Now here it comes up. I think I just lost connection over here in the basement. I just can't seem to get a very good picture of that. But anyway, go to soapqueen.com, go to page 3 into cold process and check it out. A point I wanted to make with this, because this requires such a super thick batter, if you have a scent oil that you know accelerates, it's perfect to use in this. This recipe, this design is perfect to use with an accelerating scent oil, because you want to use that to your benefit to get this. Anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't film this for you. I think it's going to look great. I'll post the cutting as well. I'm really excited about this one. Go to soapqueen.com, check it out. This is perfect for an accelerating trace scent oil. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the cutting.